Howdy folks, this is Pandaholic, your number one drinks enthusiast panda, and today I'm going to be playing some Battletech. This game is a turn-based strategy similar to XCOM, only with big stompy robots. The difficulty is also a little bit less, probably a lot less than XCOM 2, so it's a little bit easier to get into. I'm going to give you a big disclaimer. I'm playing through the campaign fully. So if you're okay with spoilers, you can continue watching. Otherwise, well, I don't know. You have to play the game yourself, I guess. Anyway, let's go ahead and start.
I am Kamea of House Arano, High Lady of the Oregon Reach, Protector of Coromadir, and the Sword of Restoration. But I am not a hero, no matter what the stories say. A hero would have sacrificed more, compromised less. A hero would have done better. You know this, of course. You were there. My father used to tell me stories about the ancient times, about the Star League, a golden age of prosperity, upheld by the great mech warriors of old, guardians of the innocent, protectors of the peace. I always dreamed of following in their footsteps. I was too young to see the truth of things. After all, it wasn't heroism or a noble cause that won me the throne. It was hiring a mercenary, skilled enough, perhaps ruthless enough, to carry the day. Hiring you. I still don't know if you fought for honor or for the thrill of it, for belief in my cause, or just in my money. But whether it was your noble heart or mercenary mind, your actions gave us hope. That makes you a hero in the eyes of history. Whether you believe it, that's up to you.
I love the cutscenes in this. By the way, I'm going to try and be quiet through any cutscenes like this. Welcome to the Oregon Reach. The Oregon Reach is a small kingdom in the Rimward periphery, a region of space that lies at the outskirts of the more densely colonized inner sphere. It is home to the Oregon Coalition, a federation organized around a parliamentary monarchy and ruled by the Arano family. For 3 generations under the rule of House Arano, the Oregon Coalition has remained a relatively peaceful corner of the periphery. It is here your story begins. Okay, so I have been playing this game, well, not the games. I've been like in the universe since I was like 10 or something like that. I started with like MechWarrior 3. And I've been really like, I've always loved the overall like lore of the Battletech universe. However, I am still much a casual fan, so I don't really know too much about it. So all of these houses here, Kurita, Merc, Davion, Steiner, Liao, Canopus, etc., they're all it's all flavor. You don't it's all who you really like. It gives you like a description of like each house that you can pick from to your choice, whatever like story you like. I know a little bit about all of these houses, but I don't really know too much. I actually really want to get down to reading the books, because there's actually quite a lot of books, but I just haven't gotten around to it. But for me, I think I'm actually going to go over the Federated Sons. I don't know, for whatever reason, I like the Davion. But again, it doesn't really matter which one you pick. It's all kind of flavor. You are of noble birth. Through immigrants to the Oregon Reach, your family soon established a comfortable presence in a small backwater system on the edge of the Oregon space. By the time you were born, your family had become de facto ruling nobility in the system's only inhabited planet. You were the oldest child, heir to the family's titles, and ancestral battle mech, an old Blackjack BJ-1. This is where you met Raju Mastiff Montgomery, a veteran of the Succession Wars, from whom your parents hired on for a season to train you as a mech warrior. Raju was a strict but capable teacher, and you quickly became a skilled pilot under his tutelage. It was an uneventful life. So, by the way, if I pronounce words incorrectly or stutter, that's just me. I'm sorry. I can't help it. Deal with it. And these actually provide your mech warrior skills that are kind of, I mean, basically they help you fight. Like this one, you were exiled. It gives you a little description. Obviously, flavor text doesn't really matter too much. But you get +1 gunnery and +1 tactics if you pick this route. You struck it on your own. Again, another description. You get piloting and tactics. And each of them kind of give their own kind of thing. Tactics, guts. Piloting, guts. Gunnery, guts. Now, if I could remember off the top of my head what each of those stats did, I would tell you, but honestly, I don't, because it's been a long time. Some people, it might be more fun to play through like an actual like story. Like if you're building your actual character, you'll build it based off the lore rather than the stats. But for me, I usually build off the stats. And for me, I think, let's see, gunnery. Actually, the first one is probably that's one I'm gonna pick. If I had gunnery and piloting, that would be ideal. I think those would probably make the most sense. But gunnery and tactics, I think, is fine. And again, you get another piece of the story. Oh yeah, see, and you get more stats. Guts, gunnery, tactics. I'm gonna go piloting. A merchant guard. Until years later, you cross paths with Raju Mastiff Montgomery once again, while escorting a supply caravan to a small outpost on the outskirts of the Oregon Reach. You were set upon by pirates and left for dead. Raju happened to be visiting the capital city and picked up on the distress call. Upon receiving you, he offered you a job at the House Arano Royal Guard. So it is that you find yourself reunited with your old mentor, preparing your ancestral blackjack for guard duty on the coronation day of Lady Camilla Arano. Once again, I apologize for anything that I'm going to pronounce incorrectly. You have to deal with it. All right. Okay, and I think this is the character customization. It doesn't matter too much. You get you only really get to customize like your facial like portrait or something. You don't really get anything too fancy. But you get a first name, a last name, and then you get your call sign. Call sign is what you're going to be referred to in the game. So for me, it's going to be Pandaholic. And for the name, I think we're just going to go random. First name, Desiree Porter. We'll go he. Jared, Killian. Killian sounds cool, actually. Hold on. Yeah, we go Killian. Killian Kiss. All right, yeah, actually, why not? For this, it doesn't really matter too much what I look like. We'll go with this dude. It's kind of neutral looking, I guess. Alright, see? We get some good stats. I'm kind of overall, like, in the middle, I guess. I guess I could have gone with, like, more gunnery or something. But this is fine. This will work out. I think it's better to be kind of well-balanced more than specializing sometimes. Especially with your character. You'll get more people that you work with. More battle mechs and stuff, too. But for now, we're going to continue. High Lord Tamati Arana II is dead. The Oregon Reach is left at uncertain crossroads. Once prosperous, it's now a kingdom of decline surrounded by powerful neighbors. Lord Santiago Espinoza, brother-in-law to the late High Lord, is convinced that the slow-moving council of founding houses must be dissolved. His proposed directive would conscript their house guard and centralize power under a single throne. However, the High Lord's heir, the noble Lady Camilla Orano, is determined to rebuild the Reach without transforming it into an authoritarian state. She refuses to enact her uncle's directive and has rebuked his vehement pleas to reconsider. On the morning of Lady Orano's ascension to the throne, her loyal guard captain, Guard Raju Mastiff Montgomery, makes preparation to escort her safely to the coronation procession that awaits in Cordia City. See, I'm stumbling all over myself. Coronation Day, Arano Summer Palace, 8:53 in the morning.
Command interface initiated.
Okay, very simple stuff. Camera movement, WASD. Use the right click mouse, and I can move around the camera, or I can use Q and E. Okay, Pandaholic, I had the Espinosa refit yards rush the repairs on your Blackjack. Looks like it's all in one piece, but we should run some diagnostics on it, just to be sure. Standard field tests, you know the drill. More importantly, though, I want to tell you more about the job I brought you out here to do. Now, do me a favor and get that battle mech moving. Let's see if there's any kinks in the actuators. Okay? And we're going to click on them.
Say it, kid. I wasn't completely honest with you the other day. There's going to be more to this job than escort duty.
Okay. So yeah, you actually have a list of actions that you can do all along here. Right now, we can only move. For now, you can actually see it's very straightforward. We're gonna move to the place, and then if we move the mouse, we can actually tilt what direction we want to aim. I brought you here because there's something wrong in the capital. It's been too quiet since High Lord Tamati's funeral, and I'm worried about Lady Camilla's safety. I'm worried about Lady Camilla's safety during her coronation procession. Anyway, looks like your actuators check out. Let's conduct a weapons field test. Target one of those burnout old Burnbid mechs and open fire.
Like I was saying, I can't prove anything, but my gut tells me something's off, and a warrior trusts their instincts.
Okay. And here you can actually select which weapons that you want to fire. These are all your weapons that you have available to you that are in range. It gives you a hit percentage right here in the green. And you can deselect whichever one you want to fire. We'll just go ahead and probably not use the AC2s, since the AC2s are your big guns. They have ammo. Your lasers don't have ammo. That's satisfying.
Enemy mech destroyed.
Your guns are in working order, at least. A target dummy. I've been training Lady Arano since she was 14 years old. She can be naive at times and proud, but I have no doubt that she'll be a just and effective ruler. It's on us to see her safely to Cordia City. I'll rest easier once she's in the capital, with her cousin Victoria by her side. Lady Victoria, well, she's only been training under me for a single season, but she's already shaped herself into one of the strongest mech warriors I've ever seen. It reminds me a lot of you, truth be told. Anyway, we should run a check on your targeting computer. You see that drone over there, the one moving through the tree line? Put some hurt on it for me. Then when it turns, take it out with a rear angle shot. After it's down, we'll keep moving.
Camilla's like a daughter to late father, High Lord Tamati, was a good friend.
Okay. And we'll do the same thing. I don't want to waste my ammo.
Engaging target.
When you're targeting things from certain angles, they actually take more damage. Usually from the back, they have a lot less armor than the front. As you can actually see how much armor and how much structure something has. That's usually what things are built out of. Armor and structure. Once you go through the armor, you get to the structure. And then it's bad news from there. You don't ever want to get that far. But as you can see, this has 30 out of 90 armor in the front, which is what we hit the first time. It's the white bar up top over the gray. And the structure has 22 hit points. 75's on the side, 75 on the cannon. And then in the back, it's just got a measly 7 armor. So it really makes it a lot easier if you target stuff from the back.
Targeting rear armor.
Yep. Just like that.
Enemy unit destroyed.
Nice shot now. I don't know how familiar you are with the Oregon politics, but the Reach was badly shaken by High Lord Tamati's death. He needs a smooth transfer of power, and Kamiya belongs on the Cormorant throne. Go ahead and fire up your jump jets, kid. I want to see you descend this cliff face. Aim for that patch on the ground there, near the edge of the lake.
Victoria pulls no punches, but she's been a loyal companion to Kamea since they were kids. Aside from you, there's no one I'd rather have by my side in a fight.
Oh, he's so nice. And yep, now we have access to our jump jets. And actually, the hotkeys, I believe, is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10? Or 9, 0? Very, very standard hotkeys, I think. And then once again, we can jump. We can kind of actually rotate in any direction this time instead of just in the front.
Enemy detected.
Structure damage.
Afraid of that. Jump jets
Heat
pull
critical.
a lot of heat, and that was more than your engine could handle. Head on into that water. We need to get you cooled off.
Yep, there is a heat thing. Usually happens when you use too many weapons at the same time. Each weapon generates a certain amount of heat. Jump jets generate heat. And the only way to avoid taking actual damage is to either wait out your turn or manage your heat a little better. But in this case, we can go into water, and this will actually cool us down a little bit. Warning, plasma leak detected, jump jet malfunction, jump jet systems damaged, system inoperable until repaired. Oh, well, rip. Oh, for the love of God, the love of all things. This is what I get for insisting on a rest job. Not that I had much of a choice. The Espinosa refit yards were backlogged like you wouldn't believe. It looked like they were trying to process every single Royal Guard mech in time for the coronation. There isn't any time to get your jets replaced, so we're just going to have to make do without them. Go ahead and take that mech down with a melee attack. I want to be sure nothing else is going to break down on your blackjack before we take it out to the Cormorant Road. Fair enough. So, another besides guns, we've also got melee attacks. And something called Death from Above, a DFA. And that's when you actually use your jump jets to jump on top of the target. But oh, hold on. What's going on? Yeah, it just wants me to click it. Melee attacks don't generate any heat, so it's actually a good... It could be good if you're close enough and you're not going to take any more damage. It could leave you very vulnerable in certain situations, though.
Engaging. Attack.
Good hit. At least that's solid. All right, one last test. I want you to take your blackjack up to a sprint and evade my attack.
Push that engine, kid. If something goes wrong today, I want to know that your mech can maneuver.
All right. All right. Now, once again, we get sprint. This basically makes you very evasive, and you're liable to dodge most attacks. See, just like that. Congratulations, Pandaholic. Your blackjack's as combat ready as it can be, given the circumstances. For what it's worth, I hope that my suspicions turn out to be unfounded and we end the day having a good laugh about what a paranoid old man I've become. But if not, then I know that you're ready. Alright, it's time to move out. Lady Arano is waiting for us at the mech bay.
An impressive display, Sir Raju. Of course, this mech warrior was a student of yours. I'd expect them to know their way around a cockpit.
She's true.
Full throttle.
Pandaholic, allow me to introduce Camilla Arano, the soon-to-be High Lady of the Argon Correlation. Is Lady Victoria on this channel? For the time being, my father has summoned me to the Picton docks. I have a fleet inspection and a tour of the family refit yards to preside over before coronation. Behold the responsibilities of a noble daughter, a font of tedium that never runs dry. I know the feeling, cousin. By this time tomorrow, I'll be responsible for the entire reach. Give my best to your father, and don't be late for the tourney. The gambling dens are already taking bets on how long it'll take me to cripple that customized monstrosity you pilot. Bold words, cousin. But the only victory they'll be celebrating is mine. You may be ascending the throne today, but my Kaga is more than a match for the family heirloom that you call a battle mech. And in the arena, I reign supreme. We'll see, cousin. We'll see. At any rate, I'll see you at the tourney grounds. Sir Raju, I'm ready to go when you are. Overland along the Cormorant Road, as is the Arano tradition. Aye, Camilla. We'll get you there in one piece. Pandaholic, following behind me. And remember what I told you.
Mission successful.
I don't remember at all. I remember the arg and reach of the old. The time of great expansion. I was just a boy then. Proudly we went forth, bringing the light of a coalition to many systems. And for what? To see our great kingdom slowly waste away? Year after year, the council deliberates, while our economy falters, and the wolves bay at every door. While covetous neighbors plot against us, well, I say it can go no further. We are here today because if Lady Arano will not act, someone must. I know what I am asking of you. You will face former comrades or even loved ones on the battlefield. Take up arms against my own niece. But remember, today we sacrifice so that tomorrow we can return our kingdom to its proper glory, to its proper strength. So should you fall tonight, know that you did so as true heroes of the Reach. To your stations for the Directorate. It's a coup. Sorry about that. For whatever reason, that specific cutscene it doesn't have any sound for me. I'm pretty sure there's supposed to be like sound and like music and stuff that goes along with that. It just doesn't. Cordia City outskirts. 1:22 local time. If you made it this far, thank you for watching. If you like what you saw, please consider liking and subscribing.